In this video I will show you how you can get Furnace Core and Wizard Alchemy on Roblox. Subscribe, like and hype if you want to get this and more Roblox guides and enter giveaways. Watch till the end to understand this guide well. If you want to farm Furnace Core fast in Wizard Alchemy, I'll tell you the best methods right now because a lot of players waste time farming the wrong enemies over and over without realizing there are way better routes for this material. The easiest and most reliable method actually starts with a guaranteed Furnace Core reward. So before doing anything else, you should head straight to the quest giver and accept the quest called Down the Dwarf King. Once you finish that quest, you automatically get 1 Furnace Core guaranteed, which honestly makes it one of the best starting methods since you do not need to rely completely on RNG drops. But obviously 1 Furnace Core is usually not enough, especially if you are crafting multiple things later, so after finishing the quest, you should start building a proper farming loop. The 2 best enemies for Furnace Core farming right now are definitely the Dwarf King boss and the Mutant Warhammer Dwarf. The Dwarf King is super important because it has one of the better Furnace Core drop chances in the game while also dropping other useful rewards. So if your build is strong enough to kill him consistently, you should absolutely keep farming him whenever possible. But honestly, a lot of players completely ignore the Mutant Warhammer Dwarf even though it is actually one of the best mobs for steady Furnace Core farming, especially during early and mid-game. It has a surprisingly solid drop chance compared to many normal enemies, which makes it perfect if your character is not strong enough for constant boss farming yet. Another enemy worth mentioning is the Mutant Archer Goblin because it can also drop Furnace Core, so if you are already farming nearby areas, it is worth killing these mobs too instead of skipping them completely. There is also one extra farming trick many players forget about, and that is destroying the big bird nest whenever you see it on the map. The nest is not guaranteed to drop Furnace Core, but it still has a chance to give one, so it becomes a really good bonus source while moving through your farming route anyway. Honestly, the best strategy overall is combining everything together into one non-stop farming cycle. Start with the Down the Dwarf King quest for the guaranteed Furnace Core, then rotate between Mutant Warhammer Dwarves, Mutant Archer Goblins, Big Bird Nests, and finally the Dwarf King boss whenever it respawns. That farming route gives you the highest efficiency overall, while also letting you farm XP, coins, and extra materials at the same time. Once you learn the route properly, Furnace Core farming becomes way less annoying and honestly much faster than most players think.